Welcome to TV9 USA Lifeline. Let me introduce our guest today, Dr. Kuldeep Verma, President and CEO of Eurobiologics LLC, located in Livonia, Michigan, near Detroit. Hello, Dr. Verma. Welcome to
Hello,
TV9 USA.
good morning. Yeah,
Yeah, Doctor, we'd like to know a little about you and your new medical discovery, and also how did you get over there?
okay. So I'm basically a biochemist and biotechnologist. I was working in a hospital in 1982, and I saw couples running with more boys or more girls. So at that time, I just had a crazy idea that just like there are two kinds of sperms, women also must have something to kind of, because nature never plays one-sided game. Nobody was ready to help me on this idea, so I had to work it alone. And I spent a lot of money and time for several years. It was in 2006 that I saw that yes, there are two kind of menstrual cycles. That was very exciting for me. And then I kept on studying. In 2008, when I told someone to try in this cycle if you want a boy, or try in this cycle if you want a girl, and they started getting the babies they wanted. So that was a new chapter in human reproduction, that you can actually control to have one boy, one girl family instead of getting multiple babies of the same gender. So that's a very powerful discovery. Uh, so that's what we do now. We test urine samples from women because it can be seen by urine. By testing 3 cycles, we become absolutely sure to guide them when to try and when to avoid. And at this time, all those who are conceiving at the right cycle, they are 98% chance that they are getting the baby they want. So this has become the most powerful program in the world. We have surpassed IVF also. We have surpassed Dr. Shuttles and all that. So there's no competition with us. Nobody can compete with us.
I mean, how is it like that? Because you say it's better than IVF. Because how efficient do you think, and how different is this program that you have observed, the clinically observed things, which are really powerful than IVF or IUF?
All right. So the IVF people, the actual success rate is 35%. If you make a Google search,
Yeah.
success rate of IVF, their own union says we are running between 20 to 35%. There is a reason for that, because if someone has paid you money, like $25,000 to, let us say, to get a boy, if the lady happens to be in a girl phase, that egg will not take the Y sperm. So there is a bioincompatibility, they call it. Uh, Even if you get the embryo, that will not flourish. That is the reason they are 35% success rate. But they are making a lot of unethical money by telling people to repeat again and again. That's not a good practice. In our system, one gets, if they conceive in right cycle, they get the baby. There is no need of any medicine, no need to going anywhere. Eat anything, whatever you want. It's 100% non-invasive.
And how trustworthy is your medical discovery from, because there are so many websites or like gender diets, gender swaying kits or calendars, or there are some books, and they probably, most of the people, they go through like Instagram stories or Instagram things
No,
or some websites. So how trustworthy is your clinical things?
let me explain. They are all wasting their time because it's a genetically controlled process. Nature has given women about 400 cycles, and 200 are for boys and 200 are for girls, and they are alternating. So this is moving target, and we have spent 40 years in solving this puzzle. So if you conceive in a boy phase, you get the boy. If you conceive in a girl phase, you get the girl. Now, why some couples have more babies of the same gender? Because they are sensitive to conceiving one type of cycle only. It's not a disease, but we can control it. We can help to guiding them. Try now, avoid now. That's the only thing. There is no medicine. Eating any diet will not help because it's a genetically logged process.
Right. Doctor, this is for just our understanding. Like we people want to understand why the family tree has like only girls in one family or only boys in one family. Why does
Right.
this happen actually?
Because they keep on conceiving in girl cycles only. The female hormone is slightly more in that case than general population. So the X is selected again and again. Same thing for boys. We have families with 14 boys. They kept on trying to conceive a girl, but because they're sensitive to conceiving in boy phase, the only thing is they can take our help to advise them to try now, avoid now. That's it.
Right. So how to get this test done, doctor?
Okay, we test because there are two kind of cycles. So what we have seen is after 8,000 tests, we saw that those who conceive, those who given us 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 samples, they get 100% results because we can guide them properly. When you give 2 samples, we have been getting 2 samples so far. So in that case, there is chance of error because you make like 6% error. So 6% couple can get opposite baby. But when you have 3 samples or 4 or 5, 6, the result is 100%. There is no error unless the lady makes an error in sample collection.
Okay. So, doctor, actually, how do you think if one from different place, which is away from your place, wants to send some urine sample to you, is it like legal to send that
Yes,
urine sample?
yes, it's legal. The International Authority of Transportation of Urine Samples, they have clear law that if you write exempt human specimen on the package, nobody can stop it.
Right. So it is easy.
Oh yeah, we get Australia is a big market, UK is a big market for us. We are getting samples from there without any problem.
Right.
Yeah.
There are so many tests done, doctor, and you said like around 8,000 tests, right?
8,000 studies, we have already done it. Yeah.
Done. Okay, fine. So everybody is from around Detroit, or are they away from the Detroit? Because people who are away from Detroit can talk to you, or they have to
Yes.
visit physically, or they have to,
No,
yeah.
they can talk me. They can use WhatsApp on 313-574-7500, or they can have my alternate number 1877 he or she HEORSHE. They can call from anywhere, Australia, UK, Norway. We have international clients, and they're very happy.
That's wonderful. You're saving a lot of families from domestic abuse also, doctor,
Yeah,
just because
exactly,
of the fact that
exactly,
husband thinks the wife cannot give him the baby he wants. Or it
exactly.
is good to know that both are equally responsible and that it is possible to get the baby on wants all naturally.
Right.
But Dr. Verma, what is the vision and concept behind the Eurobiologics LLC?
The vision was it's a crazy notion, like I said before, that I I thought that women have something to kind of, and it came out to be two kind of cycles, which is very amazing. It took my life actually. I have been working 18 hours a day because it was very interesting. Put a lot of money, like $1 million of my own. Kept on in patenting in R&D. I bought labs and broken labs, thrown away everything. So, but now I'm very successful. I'm glad I did that.
That's wonderful, doctor. And does the medical community recognize what you have figured out, or are they not there
See,
yet?
right now, medical people don't believe in me, but it's unbelievable, like too good to be true. But this is exactly the way. In fact, we are teaching IVF clinic to adopt our technology in their method. So before one goes for IVF, they must test 2 or 3 samples from the lady to see from where to start. So if they want a boy, the lady must be in a boy phase because she has hormonal compositions ready to accept Y sperm, and that embryo will flourish, and then they have to implant in a boy phase, not in the next cycle, because the next cycle is a girl cycle. So they have to do it properly. They are not doing it properly at this time. They're just making money.
So,
Yeah.
is this medical discovery the same for all the women, doctor?
All over the world, black or white girls, all women in the world, 100%, they have alternating cycles and they don't know. Some women feel ovulation pain on the left and right. And our our study, like if you tell them it's a boy face, they have a pain on the right side. So they can relate. In some couples, after one success, they don't use our services. They continue based on ovulation pain and they are successful. Yeah.
So what's the business plan, doctor? How will you get women to participate and send you their urine sample?
They just collect the urine sample at home in every cycle. We need from the period start date, 13 day or 14 day after from that date. For 2 nights, the lady collects sample in one bottle, and in the same way, next cycle, 13, 14 days after start of the period in second bottle, and then same way in the third cycle. They ship all the three samples together with the payment.
Okay. So are you able
Yeah.
to test for the gender early in the pregnancy if a
We
woman is
are the
already?
we are the earliest in the world. Nobody can beat us. We tell the gender on the day you do the pregnancy test. This is very unique because every system is different. So let me explain again. After testing three samples, we keep on guiding them to try in which cycle, whatever. And if we keep sending them consumption plans. If someone wants a boy in the boy phase, we send plans. If they conceive, they do the pregnancy test. And suppose today they got a positive pregnancy test, she can collect sample from that portion, 1 spoon from that portion, and 2 more nights, and then ship it. This is the earliest.
Right. So
Yeah.
it depends. I mean, the test, the sample that you take also, I mean, the sample that you're going to test also depends upon the phases of the mental status of the woman and also the physical status, doctor?
No, those things don't matter. Like I said, it's a genetically controlled process. This won't be changed. Whatever mental state she is in, it's okay. Urine sample will tell us what is going on.
Okay.
Whatever she may eat, but except some women make a lot of mistakes. They party at till 2 a.m. and
Yeah.
then collect sample at 5 a.m. in the morning. That doesn't work. Some women we have caught using CBD oil. uh, one woman was having all the tests done and nothing was happening. So she said, I'm still having IUD employed. So those mistakes people do.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So before giving the sample, they have to go through certain rules and regulations or certain things that they have to follow,
They
isn't
should
it?
not take any. They should not take any hormone therapy from doctor. They should not use any contraception because they are all hormones and they play wrong thing in our study. Same way, people make a lot of big mistakes because we tell them, okay, this is if you want a boy, this is a boy phase, you can try. What they do is they go to physician to get a medicine to conceive. There's a lot of medicine available, Femara, Clomid, CLOMID. Of course, they conceive because of that, but they get a girl because Clomid is a female hormone. So that changes the perfect boy phase into a girl phase. So they mess up actually themselves without consulting us.
Oh, so that's a big list, of course, they have to follow. So what's the
Yeah.
strategy for the rollout, doctor?
We have several options available now because it's a new field. Number one, we want to change the way is being done. We want to start our own IVF, but that's a $1 billion industry. We can develop our own strip, just like test strip, pregnancy strip. They don't have to send the samples to us. They can do it at home. That's also a big project. So we are looking for money, investment from various people. We have very successful customers. They want to put money, but there is at one time we'll group them all, and then because an investor who is putting $500,000, that just nothing because a lot of investment. So we need so many happy customers.
Right.
So
So,
they promise sometimes, but then they don't reply.
right. So what has been the interest from the investment community, doctor?
In fact, 5 minutes ago, before this meeting, I got a email from one very big company that we are very much interested. But that will take a lot of time. They have to do due diligence and all that. We'll help them. It will be taken choice by someone, no problem.
Right. So what's your response to the people who say it is not ethical to pick the gender of the baby?
It is it's the way you think. If the person who objects to this, if he has a perfect family, he will say that. But if he has more girls or more boys, he will not say that because um, eh, I'm sorry, this thing is coming. So they have to. You have to look the situation in their own family. If they have more boys, they want a girl. They will certainly love us. There's no non-ethical issue because we are just trying to balance their. It's their right actually. It's their basic right to have. In fact, let me explain you. If any girl who is going to marry in December, for example, this year, we want them to test 2 or 3 samples from that girl with us. That way, she will know which cycle is a boy phase and which cycle is a girl phase, and she can actually control to have one boy, one girl. This is amazing, and stay happy for life. There is no need to run around with gender diets and scams.
Right. So, if a couple wants to contact you, is it like you have to have the consent from both wife and husband, doctor?
It's better if both talk because both have to be convinced, and I'm happy to help. So they can contact through my website, cell phone, or 1877 he or she.
All right. So, how
Yeah.
do you deal with some of the frustration knowing that you have something which is so powerful in your hands and yet it is so difficult to bring it to the market and have other people believe in what you're doing?
Yeah, the only obstacle is investment. So at this time, I want to develop the strip first, which is quite profitable. So, but still a lot of money is needed and a lot of R&D also needed because I'm having a wet method, a laboratory method where you add something and spin something. But in a strip, it's different. Dry strip is different. So we have to transform that technology to that. It will take some time.
Right. Can we know the success graph of this method, doctor?
I mean, we basically see the hormones. So if in cycle one she has more male hormone, it's a boy phase. In the next phase, this will reverse to more female hormone. This is surprising, and we call it a girl phase. In the third cycle, again she will come back to more male hormone. It's all genetically controlled. That's what I'm saying. It's written by nature. You cannot change it.
What if would-be brides wants to know, wants to have some knowledge about this process so that they can do it later, of course. Is there any counseling before getting married or something?
Yeah, we are ready to talk to anyone for
Okay.
as long as. In fact, one lady from Australia, she asked me about 40 questions, and then I told her, "Are you writing a book?" She said, "No, I just want to be sure because I'm very easily conceived. So I want to be sure that I'll get a boy." She had 4 girls, and she has the right to ask questions, no problem, and I helped her. So instead of 2, she sent me 6 samples: January, February, March, April, May, June. So he said boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So June was a girl phase. And in June, she called me specially that I'm going to try next month because the next month is a boy phase. Are you sure? I said, yeah. And she conceived and she got the boy.
Wow. So, what's the immediate product you want to develop, doctor?
Immediate product is a test strip because
Okay.
that will be a money maker. Once that cycle is going on, then we can start IVF.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what you say, what's the final message for the viewers of TV9 USA?
The
Who, yes.
The final message is do not try on your own because you never know you are bent towards girl phase or boy phase. So it is always best to consult us and get 2 or 3 samples tested from us. You'll be absolutely sure when to try and when to avoid. That's the only way you can have a balanced family, small family. There is no need to produce 13, 14 boys or girls.
Yes. So, whoever wants to contact you or whoever wants to talk to you by person, in person, they can contact you on certain numbers, right, doctor? What are the numbers? Can you
Yes,
please tell?
yes, yes. In fact, one customer is coming on September 20th. She is to come just to see me and give the sample and then go back the same day.
Okay.
People are so much interested. Yeah.
So it's very easy. It is not like IVF or IUI, right,
No,
doctor?
nothing, nothing. We don't see actually. You don't have to see me. Just ship the urine samples and by email we guide you. We never call you. There is no, I mean, we keep the privacy. We never tell your story to anybody else.
Right. People shell out so many grants on like IVF or IUI, doctor. So what do you say about this process? Is it like a little cheaper than the IVU or some the other
Oh,
process?
this is 20 times cheaper because IVA people they charge $25,000 and then they fail. They ask you again to pay $20,000 for the second attempt. The point here to see is they put so many hormones in the female that female cannot recognize their husband or family when they come out. So nobody is worried about their health, ladies' health, after going through 2 or 3 attempts. This is surprising. Even National Institute of Health is not talking about that. This is all capital. USA is they are after money. They don't bother what happens to the lady.
Right. So finally, doctor, can you put it all together for our viewers? Why pay attention to Eurobiologics LLC today?
Right. Simple. If they want a small and balanced family to start with from very fresh, so they have to have at least 2 or 3 samples tested from us. Then we keep on guiding them up to 18 months. Nobody will give that much coverage. Up to 18 months, we keep them sending them plans in proper cycle. And our conception plan is also very different than what you see on internet. Internet says you conceive in the near ovulation only. That's wrong. So we keep on sending conception plans. Usually our customers conceive in 6 months. And when they conceive, they get the baby.
Right. That's a wonderful and interesting topic, doctor, because no hormones from outside are induced in the woman, and this is totally a natural process. This is a greatly
Right.
appreciated thing, Dr. Kuldeep Verma. We want to know more about it. We'll keep in touch, and we'll
Thank,
know more about it in future. Thank you so much for
thank you.
joining us on TV9
Okay.
USA, doctor.